you do that to
Stop
me?
it! What the, hey! What the hell is going on?
In the rig, JB.
What are you talking about?
Some guy just came here and said that you stole something.
Somebody came to talk?
Yeah, and he choked out of me, JB.
Baby, I'm so.
What? Don't say you're sorry to me. What's going on?
It was your sister's fault. She stole my truck.
What was in the truck?
Nothing. It was just my load, Bonnie.
No.
Whoa! What are you up to? What are you up to?
Yeah. Sorry. No.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, let's give a big round of applause to the star of From Too Close to Home, Mr. Brad Benedict. Welcome. And Brad, we have a tradition here, so at the count of 3, we will sit down and scream "Hua." Do you got that?
Hua?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3, Hua!
So with that hitting, I'm thinking like if I happen like to be the person in the scene hitting him, I'll probably hurt my hand.
He's a big guy.
He's so strong and I'm so little.
Thank you. That's music to my ears. I'm probably the weakest and least strong male on this show. I showed up and met my other castmates, and all these dudes are jacked and muscular. So
Really? With all the CrossFit you do? I did my homework.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to, but these guys are all very fit, but you know, that's okay.
Well, you are, I mean, we spied on you, so you're good. Don't worry.
All right, awesome.
You got a fan base going on here. Tell us about the show and what's your character up to on the show that he's getting in trouble like that?
Yeah, JB is definitely getting himself into a lot of trouble pretty much all the time. So the show centers around this town of Happy, Alabama, the group of people who live in a trailer park, with one sister who had moved out of the town, played by Danielle Savre, Annie, and she was in Washington, D.C. working in the White House, and she gets herself into a scandal, a sex scandal with the president, and that ends up forcing her to kind of retreat back to her roots back in Happy, Alabama, where she had been away for about 3 or 4 years. And that's where you find my character, and really, there may be differing opinions. I like to think that JB is trying his best to help the situation. Everybody's pretty short on cash and really struggling financially, and relationships are all intermingling and causing a lot of trouble. But in doing so, he ends up running drugs in his tractor trailer. He drives a big rig. And that kind of gets everybody into.
Well, now he's won me over. Now he's won me over with the drugs in the trunk.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. No, but you know, I think that he chose to go down that road because he, in the back, you know, truly wanted to help his family and the people that he's associated with and Happy, but in doing so, he's really got all their lives are on the line now because the bad guys are closing in.
Oh, I like this one is juicy. I love this show because even Heather Locklear, one of my favorite actresses, is participating in this series. Have you met her already?
Yeah, you know, it was really brief. It's kind of interesting. Normally, I'm sure that we would have been on set quite a bit together because she was in 2 episodes, and that would typically be 2 weeks of filming. But I think she shot 1 day, and all of her pages of material. We shot 8 1-hour episodes in 8 days of filming.
Oh, wow.
So my first
That's
day,
hectic.
I was doing some behind-the-scene interview. I hadn't even shot a scene yet. And as soon as I finished, she was walking up to shoot hers. I said a hello in the hallway, and she was done already. So
That's crazy.
I had the opportunity of meeting her the other day. It was
Really?
actually her birthday, at this restaurant that I was at, and she is really, really nice.
Oh, cool.
Like, she's a great human being, like, quality, like, nice person.
yeah, she seemed super warm and excited to be there, and everybody who did get to work with her had nothing but great things to say, and for me it was fun. I grew up having to sneak and watch 90210 and Melrose Place, so I was a fan when I was a kid, but literally my parents, I had a brother 9.5 years or 8.5 years older, and my sister, I'm the youngest of 4, so I was always trying to sneak in and see the dramatic.
That you were gonna work with her.
By the way, the show represents something very cool. It's the first scripted show on TLC, and let me just explain the impact of that. As someone who's an aspiring writer, and we have aspiring actors on the show as guests, as part of the staff, Like, I remember 5 to 10 years ago, reality TV was killing scripted shows. And TLC was a place that you went to for awesome reality shows, but just reality shows.
Yeah.
So now that these reality show networks are coming around and doing scripted shows, what does that mean for actors like you?
Well, hey, right now we're in an arena with streaming television and just so many outlets that there is a lot of work TV-wise and series-wise, which is already great. But for them to pick up another scripted show, obviously another opportunity is fantastic, because I've been out here 8.5 years and trying to get to this point, trying to find myself, on a series.
Look, Ma, he made it.
Yeah,
Does Tyler Perry ever show up on set like dressed as Medea?
No, he hasn't
That's
done
honestly
that
in a
yet.
dream that I had once. Like just Tyler Perry showing up on set.
I think if there was ever a day when we were all grumpy on set, I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up and did the morning prayer and in his Medea outfit. But he's awesome on set. He keeps it super calm, super chill. I've used this statement several times. He's like a general, not a dictator.
Okay.
So the people that he works with, the staff, the crew, he works with over and over on different projects, but it was legitimately the most harmonious set and well-oiled set that I've been on. But people want to work hard for him. So it's not that he is, is cracking the whip as much as he's running the show.
You want him to be proud of you,
and he's
too.
given a lot of people, including myself, actors, their first opportunity for something bigger. Whether that was, I met some locations guys and was just talking behind the scenes, young dudes, and this was really their first full-time job, having, just other than little jobs here and there. And so that was one of my favorite things about him. He's willing to take a chance. He actually watches your audition tape and says, I believe this actor can do it, even if he doesn't have that big following. So.
Okay, so we're gonna take a commercial break. We are back on the Zoo with Brad Benedict from Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home. A lot of things I say often land too close to home. That's the story of my life. I make friends and then I lose them and then I gain them back again. I have a funny Tyler Perry story. Bruno always gets my jokes when no one else does. It's funny. One time I interviewed Tyler Perry, I walk into the junket. I forgot what Medea movie it was. I think it was Medea Goes to Jail, one of the classics. And he goes, this is right when Barack Obama was, well, he's still president, but he just got reelected or something. I have big ears. And so I sit down and he goes, oh my God, you look just like the president. And I was thinking to myself, like George Bush, Barack Obama.
What?
That was my story.
Does Barack Obama have big ears?
He does.
I
You've never
haven't
seen
even,
him?
No, I mean, I haven't noticed.
They stick out
I think
like
I
mine.
love your ears.
Thank you.
Ross
I can hear.
Perot have big ears.
He does.
Ross Perot had huge ears. I remember as a little kid, that was like the biggest thing about Ross Perot that I remember is his big ears.
That's funny.
So, Brad, we know everything about JB now, your character on Too Close to Home. I want to know more about you as a person, because I did my homework and I see you say scuba diving, country songwriter, guitar player, una estucha de monerías, and a shark lover.
Yes, that's
So that's
for sure.
actually your nickname.
Yeah, Uncle
Is
Shark.
there a favorite hobby of all these things that you do?
Oh, man.
What don't you do?
Yeah, I know, that makes me sound a lot cooler than I am. But no, I mean, I guess my favorite hobby is adventure. That's so broad, so then I can get everything in. I don't like making decisions, so I'll go with adventure. But scuba diving, and sharks and all that kind of goes into one. I've always been fascinated with animals, first of all, and so the zoo hits too close to home with me. I used to go to the vet's office when I was 5 years old. My mom would check me out of school, and I'd watch surgeries because I thought I was going to be a veterinarian.
Wow.
And anyways, and then I got into the just the oceans and the reefs and the systems, and I've always caught sharks off the beach. I was actually just in Hilton Head, South Carolina on my family vacation, and so the nickname Shark came about because there's another Uncle Brad. My brother-in-law has a brother named Brad. And so it was kind of a joke, and I was like, yeah, I want to be Uncle Shark. And that was about 8 years ago when I started having nephews, and it caught on. So literally, I'm Sharky, Uncle Shark, and I don't even respond to Brad there. So, but I definitely someday want to get involved with conservation and I don't exactly know how to do that.
Well, Dennis is really good with conservation of what I have no idea. Dennis, you wanna?
My question to you is, have you caught any fish in the sea? Because you're such a handsome young man. Are you single? Are you ready to mingle? What's the deal with you?
And are you bilingual?
Oh yeah.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Oh.
Genau.
Habla español.
Also nicht ganz perfekt, aber schon.
Na, keine Espanol, Spanian.
Wait, we missed something here. You speak German?
Something happened.
I don't think I German.
Doch, ein bisschen. Aber ich
Wait, are we on the right show? I think we got lost.
Yeah, ich habe für 5 Jahre studiert. I studied for about 5 years in German.
Okay, you guys are gentrifying the zoo, okay?
What are you saying to each other?
We are talking about
Du bist
you.
eine schöne Mädchen.
Dankeschön.
Du bist meine Lieblings.
See what Starbucks is gonna
Dankeschön.
pop.
All right, guys, gotta interrupt this amazing multi-culti banter, but we're gonna get to a segment, and before we do, I want to segue to that segment because I noticed something a little mystical and spiritual about you. You're wearing a blue crystal around, so that means you're opening up your heart, your throat chakra.
Okay.
That's meant to open up your throat chakra. Is that the intention?
No, I just thought it was cool, but I like that I'm opening up my throat chakra.
Well, you
that
did
sounds
well.
a little weird.
But you express yourself today. Well, that's what the blue is. Your chakras go from red, your root, orange, the pelvis, solar plexus is yellow, the heart is green, the throat is blue, purple, and indigo. So blue, you express yourself well, and I think the crystal's working, and that is gonna segue. And by the way, I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And putting up with what I just said. We're gonna get to our spiritual segment. It's called Bruno Scopes, because Bruno's our guru in the making.
I got tired of all these horoscopes, so I made my own. Here we go. Aries, that's me. You seem to be a lot more open and expressive lately. This is as much a sign as personal growth as it is super annoying to your Uber driver. I'm sorry in advance. I feel special today. Cancer. Judge people less by their superficial qualities and more by how regularly they use coasters. My table's a mess. Leo, the Virgo moon in the Taurus quadrant means you have a really good chance of finding your true love today. Unless you run out of Tinder likes. In that case, just go with plan B. Okay, Cupid? Okay, Cupid? Do you get it? Yeah. Okay. Capricorn, it's time to move your life forward. Stop complaining about how Starbucks chooses to name drink sizes and stop going to Starbucks. Use fair trade organic coffee.
Yay! He's political spiritual.
Amazing. Here we go.
Libra.
I think direct trade, right? I can't get
No, he's
this.
not a Libra, he's an Aries.
I know, but like I want to know my Bruno scope.
Oh, it's a
I'm
limited
Libra,
release.
so-
Vivian, limited release here, all right?
Yeah.
Come on, I can't
Hey,
think
Leo.
of
I
it.
didn't get the Virgo either. I mean, I
hello.
thought that was
Next
my
episode.
We've had this problem
parting
before.
present, parting gift.
Producers,
By the way,
we gotta make more.
There's no Scorpios here, right?
No.
Dennis, what are you?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. I'm an Aries. He's an Aries. Libra.
Virgo.
Virgo. Have you guys
September
ever?
13th.
Yeah,
Ha, I
Friday the
did my
13th. I was born
Happy
on Friday the
belated
13th.
birthday.
Thank you
Oh,
very
I like
much.
that.
As a Virgo, are you a perfectionist?
I guess I am, but the problem is I'm not very perfect, so it's always a challenge. Like
That's
I
not-
want to be organized. I think
Right.
Virgos are supposed to be organized. I really want to be organized, but I'm horrible at it. So
Well, they're also artistic. Have you ever been in a relationship with a Scorpio?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not. I
Has
don't- I
anyone
don't
ever
follow.
blown
has
your
no
mind in
idea.
bed?
Well, I'm sure they
But then
blow other
broken
things
your
on
heart
you.
afterwards.
Sure. Of
That was a
course.
Scorpio.
Yes. Okay.
Total
You're a Scorpio?
No, I'm an Aries, but
Are there any Scorpios here?
the executive producer and the director of the show are both Scorpios. Watch out for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Naughty
Scary
boys.
stuff.
Naughty boys. Stay away from him.
Okay, wait. Not to change the subject, but I do want to know, have you met Oprah Winfrey yet? Because this show is co-produced by her.
No, I want to meet Oprah Winfrey. I mean, I think that would be pretty amazing.
Isn't Tyler
You
Perry
get
the
a
next
jet.
best thing?
She's
You
a
get a
phenomenal
jet.
thing, but,
You get a fur.
but no, I haven't yet. So I'm kind of pushing for the perks. Hopefully they'll come around.
Hopefully you will get a jet or something like that.
The jet is not something I had thought of. That's really dreaming big.
She's into gifting jets, I've heard.
Has she gifted a jet before?
I think a couple.
Wow.
Really?
Okay.
Oprah just got it like
I'll
that.
be on
you
my
know?
best behavior if I ever meet her. But no, we're actually, our show goes on the Oprah Winfrey Network, I think the following night after we air on
Wow.
TLC. So we've been able to connect with a lot of the fans on that network,
Nice.
which has been great. And they've been tuning in strong. So
I want to
we're
meet
a little-
Oprah one day. Can you make that happen?
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause I already met
after
Tyler.
me, I'm first. As long as I get to go there
I don't mind
first,
going
then-
second. I'll get sloppy seconds.
Okay, perfect.
What's the schedule of the
Perfect.
show again? Just for
9
the people?
p.m. 9 p.m. on Mondays on TLC. We got 2 more episodes left in our pilot season, and then we're going back to shoot some more in just a couple weeks here. So we got got another season coming up, and really stoked about that.
Yes, congratulations.
It was
Monday,
awesome.
9 p.m. TLC, just to keep it in mind.
Brad, thank you so much for joining us. We really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much. This is awesome. I want to design my apartment just like this
just
set.
come in here. Just live right here.
Okay, cool. Does it pull out? I mean, I always fall
Lena,
asleep
we
on the
need
couch
you.
anyway. So.
Oh, yes, please. We'll make it happen.
By the way, before we say bye,
He'll
people
make it
follow us
happen.
on our social media at the Zoo on LATV across the board.